So Michael Benson is reporting here on Twitter that Sergey Kovalev is insisting that he will not be facing Canelo Alvarez next, and that he will go ahead with his mandatory title defense against mandatory challenger Anthony Yarde. Okay, now we had heard various reports stating that Canelo Alvarez was targeting a fight with Kovalev. We did hear from Kovalev's promoter Katia Duva, who said that she hadn't officially received an offer from Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya, but that they would be interested in a Canelo fight. Of course they would be. You're top the biggest star in world boxing. So what's gone wrong? Because we did hear various reports stating that Kovalev was the front runner, and I think Oscar De La Hoya even tweeted at Eddie Hearn that Canelo's next fight wouldn't have any involvement with Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn was maybe, throwing a few little digs out there at De La Hoya. De La Hoya responded on Twitter stating that Canelo's next fight won't be against one of your fighters. So if it's not against Demetrius Andre or a Callum Smith, who would it be against? Most people were saying it'd be against Kovalev. Well, it doesn't seem like that's the case now. So it looks like Kovalev will go ahead and make a defense against Anthony Yarde. And I watched Ade there yesterday make a video, and he was kind of stating what is the hold up with Yarde Kovalev, and that he basically felt that if Kovalev did go ahead with the Alvarez fight, would WBO sanction it? Would they let Alvarez fight for their vacant title? And hearing that, I assumed that they would if the fight did go ahead, purely because it's Canelo. It's the biggest star in world boxing. When you've got companies or organisations like the IBF who are so strict about mandatories, turning the other cheek, so to speak, and saying, Canelo can do this, it does kind of make you think that the WBO, they would do the same. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they've said, because they are very close with Frank Warren, and maybe they've just said, no, you got to fight Yarde. In which case, Sergey Kovalev, I'm sure, is thinking that he would fight Canelo, but would Canelo really fight him with no belt? I doubt it. I doubt Canelo would just jump up to light heavyweight for the sake of it if there's no title on the line. So that could be the reason why Kovalev is looking at going the Yarde route. And Ade said in that video that if Kovalev would get stripped and he didn't fight Yarde, Yarde would fight Gilberto Ramirez, who was number 2. And personally, I think that's actually a tougher fight than Kovalev. Kovalev, as good as he is, and as devastating the punter as he is coming towards the tail end of his career. And I think that if Team Yarde really do, as Tunde Joy would say, timing is everything. If they do feel Kovalev is right for the taking, then maybe they're picking at the fight at the right time. Ramirez, 6'2" southpaw, can switch, can punch a bit as well. Oh boy, I think that could go very wrong very quickly for Anthony Yarde. Definitely. Ramirez, I rate Ramirez very highly. Kovalev, it's more unknown. We know what we're going to get with Kovalev, and we know he's coming towards the tail end of his career. So it's more of an unknown, the Kovalev fight, I think. And, we've heard purse bids getting cancelled, this, that, and the other. So we don't really know what's happening with the Yarde Kovalev fight. But if it does happen, it'd be more than likely September, we hear, in Russia. So we'll have to just wait and see on that. What do you think about Kovalev-Canelo? If there's no Kovalev-Canelo, who else would there be? I mean, if we're talking about what De La Hoya said, where Canelo's next fight wouldn't be against someone who Eddie Hearn's working with, to me, there's only 2 options. The first would be Triple G, a rematch with Triple G. Third fight, do the trilogy, and then that'd be that. Or he moves up to 168 pounds and he fights Billy Joe Saunders. That's the only 2 options I can think off the top of my head where Canelo will be entertaining. Because I could see him fighting Billy Joe. We know Billy Joe's wanted that fight. Canelo has a regular title at 168 pounds, but the WBO will be a full, legit title. Or Golovkin. I don't know. I think that's kind of the route we're going on. If the Kovalev fight seemingly is off the table, it's the only other route I could see him going down. Who knows? Let me know what you think down below. Are you upset that the Kovalev-Canelo fight is kind of looking like it's not going to happen now? Me, it would have been intriguing, definitely. But I still think the Yarde-Kovalev fight will be very intriguing too. I've said it before that I think Kovalev will win. But I definitely think that Yarde might surprise people. I wouldn't be shocked if he won either. Let me know what you think down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.